Yo, yo.
NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm going to go with the Lakers. It's on, Alexis.
It's on. Let's go.
Stop.
Kobe attacking, and Kobe throws it down home.
Game time, hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post up when it's OT. When I'm home, see me that gold ring with that way go on me. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. I'm going in. I'm gonna go.
All right, here we go.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Not a lot to complain about for this San Antonio group right now. They're excited about this one and will be laying it all on the line. The intensity, palpable. Two top caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle. Guys, when you talk about the best players in the league to never play in an all-star game, Mike Conley's got to be high on that list.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, They're one single unit. One of the best, the lively and colorful Riverwalk. Just part of what makes San Antonio such a great town. Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And he's gotten very shaky at the foul line in the last 5 games. Compared to his numbers through the rest of the season, I know he's frustrated and he'll be desperate to get it turned around here tonight.
So the Nets starting 5. They've got Karuch. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Solomon in at the power forward position. And for the Spurs, DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo. Wizard out there with Murray. And it's Davis in at the center filling out the middle. Clark, this is a game you and I have been looking forward to for a long time. 2 teams that have been absolutely terrific of late.
Yeah, you look at these teams, Kevin, and they play together. They play for each other, which is always great to see. But you know what? Something's got to give tonight. It should be quite a show.
Ready with your popcorn, buckled in, harnessed in, ready to go?
Ready to roll.
Here's Karuch. And he banks in the layup. Karuch has got the first points of the night for the Nets.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's Townsend. Here's Davis. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. He said it's a unique challenge defending DeMar DeRozan, a wing player who looks to attack from mid-range and in. So their interior defense will be tested tonight, Kevin. Let's see how they hold up.
Thanks, David.
You know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
That free throw, no good. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys. I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding. And sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
Clock at 4. Here's Townsend. Almost, but it rolls out.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Aldridge against Dinwiddie. Here's Karuch. Here's Jordan. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Here's Townsend. Last time, 45 points for him.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Back to Jordan. Here's Karuch. He had 10 points in the win against Oklahoma City. Unloads. That one, no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are two teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences, and because of that, I expect it to be competitive.
Yep, that one goes in there. Karuch has got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Davis. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Townsend. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Jordan against Davis. 6 to shoot. Jordan the pass to Dinwiddie. Takes the 3. No good that time. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Spurs. It's a 5-point game. He kicks to Murray. Here's Townsend. Dinwiddie covering. Releases from 15. Townsend, no good. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Scouting reports very detailed, Clark. Talk about the types of insights those scouting reports would reveal about your team and your opposition.
Typically player tendencies and team tendencies. How do they win? What areas are they really strong in? A team being excellent on the glass or tremendous in transition offense or very physical. I mean, just those types of nuggets that you would have for a team and then individual players so that you could try to position them to not be at their best by what you did to counteract them.
Good explanation.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Guarded closer. Nice D from Aldridge. Murray with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Murray, good.
Well, you look at Murray's development of his inside game. Boy, a nice finish that time. The better he is there, I think the better he'll be overall.
And here's Irving. Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Down low. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Back to Murray. And Dinwiddie over to help. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, the Wizard.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hockey. You have to give it up to this man.
Now, here is Irving. Averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
Boy, I like seeing Dinwiddie get going from deep, guys. I mean, this is now a reliable shot in his arsenal.
Here's Townsend. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
The shot's good from Irving.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Here's Townsend. He's got 6. Rebounded by the Nets.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's not an easy guy to get a shot up and over. Aldridge has those long arms, and his timing's good, too.
Townsend gets the bucket. Townsend's got 8 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Spurs trail by 6. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Back to Murray. Passes to Townsend. Spurs passing it around. And it's sent back by Allen.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Took him no time at all on that one. 11 points for the Wizard.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Now Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Pass to Irving. Rebounded by the Spurs. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Townsend. The shot, no good. Prince with the defensive effort. Irving can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here's Williams following the bucket by the Spurs. Irving with it, now guarded by Townsend.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Now Murray, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Irving. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Spurs.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Clark, coming out of Washington as a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Wizards. It's Allen on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. In the corner, Irving with it. To stop the drought, knocks down the three ball. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
And Davis can't get it to go.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now here's Prince. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Williams can't hit.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Tries again, and DeRozan finishing inside. And the Spurs lead by 2.
You've got to get a body on DeMar DeRozan, because if you don't, his size and athleticism will allow him to hurt you on the glass.
Now here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Now the pass to Irving. On the wing, Williams. This one for 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Murray surveying the D. The 8-footer. It's hauled in by Claxton.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Prince misses. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Minnesota. Pass to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Prince. Johnson, good.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Williams against Johnson. Passes it to Irving. A rebound by the Spurs. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Murray with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. That one goes in. And now a 6-point Spurs lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's the 3. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
Right.
One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So for Brooklyn now, Irving is out there with Lou Williams, and there's Jared Allen. And it's Taurean Prince, and it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Here's Murray. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Out to DeRozan. The three. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nets trail by 6. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Johnson against Williams. Pass to Prince. Outside Irving. No good from outside.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Oh, come
they're
on,
working
dude.
the glass,
What
really
is he
battling
doing,
in that
man?
area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Prince. Whistle blows. Bucket is
And
good.
one.
And
Get
he'll have a
up
chance at the
there.
line to make it a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Right.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Irving. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter,
Oh,
David
come
Aldridge.
on. That's
Hi, Kevin.
bull crap
Well, the
right
Wizard
there,
in the
man.
last time out against the Timberwolves was terrific. He scored 45 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
It's the Nets now, after the basket by San Antonio. The pass to Karuch. Six on the shot clock, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Now here's Williams after the miss from Townsend. Williams' shot is off.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got his third basket of the night right there.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Jordan dishes to Williams. Over Conley. Again, Williams missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Nets trail by 9. Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City. Here's Solomon. Back to Dinwiddie. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dinwiddie's got 8 points.
Well, you know, this is what makes Dinwiddie so dangerous, guys. His shot preparation makes him ready to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Got a hand on it. And here is Williams. Dinwiddie outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. 11 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Mark, do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in.